everyone, this is Kedra with Nyx Moon Oracle, and today I'm bringing you a Ring of Fire Revelations video. This is for the solar eclipse coming up Thursday, early Thursday morning, and I wanted to see what kind of energies would be in the collective, some shadows that need to be brought to light, things we need to heal and work on to kind of recharge us going forward, and really using this energy from the solar eclipse to, really go through, face things we need to face, grow, maybe give us that extra step in going on an endeavor or making a decision that we really want to make. So with that said, if this reading doesn't resonate with you or feel right to you, please just click off, and maybe next time I'll be able to tap into your energies. If not, that's okay. I'm sending you much love. With that said, let's get this reading started. So Spirit, can you tell me about the Watcher's current energy, please? What's going on with them during this time of the eclipse? Right before, pre-eclipse, right now energy. The temple path. I'm going to get an oracle on what this has to do with. Spirit, can you tell me what the temple path, tell me about this temple path. What does this have to do with, Spirit, this temple path? Releasing and awakening. I mean, I knew that immediately, but this is great. Right now, you're working, and spring is on the bottom of the deck. Right now, for those of you watching, you are on a spiritual journey. You are here because you have had an awakening, or you're curious about what an awakening is. You feel like you might be going through it because there's some things you need to release. You're looking for a path. Like, where do I go? You're wanting clarity and illumination. This path is your awakening. You're wanting to release old patterns, release limiting beliefs, old ways of doing things, old ways of looking at things. You're ready for a fresh start. You're wanting a fresh start and new life. I'm hearing stagnation. You're tired of being in stagnation. You're ready to move forward. You're opening eyes. You're opening to this awakening. You've been opening. That mountain is ahead, but you're ready. You're ready to make the journey. You're ready to make the trek for your spiritual awakening, aligning with your spirit and aligning with your soul and spirit. That's really beautiful energy. The want is there. That's fantastic. So Spirit, what is a shadow that we need to be aware of right now during this eclipse with this awakening? What shadow are we going to be facing? What shadow is going to be amplified during this solar eclipse, this revelation, this time of awakening and revelations? Tell me about a shadow, Spirit, for the Watcher, for this collective. Fearful. A learned behavior that can be unlearned. Also a low vibrating feeling that creates limitations for you and your future happiness. I feel like some of you are fearful. I'm going to actually get a tarot on this. I'm going to get fearful. I feel like some of you are on this journey, but you're kind of scared to go forward. What does this mean? I'm confused because you're wanting clarity. But I'm actually scared. I'm scared to let go of certain people. Maybe if you're a twin flame, you're scared of letting go of that and releasing that divine masculine, or the idea of a certain direction. It's really uncomfortable to change. It really is. But I heard that stagnation earlier, and it's something that's driving you. But again, what a blockage is, what's something, your fear and belief in yourself is going to be tested, your levels of fear. Tell me about this fear, Spirit. Oh, tell me about this fear. It is hard to change. I keep hearing that. It's hard to change. It's hard to release and let go of things because it's comfort. You feel like for this group, you feel like if you put distance between you and someone else, it's going to kill off the connection or opportunity. Whatever this is that you're putting distance between. You're fearing putting distance and releasing it. You're fearing that it will just never happen, that it will fade and die off into oblivion. Tell me about this distance. What is it that they're fearful of letting go of? They're shocking. Non-action. Doubt. Okay, so I'm going to have to go in to another deck just to get a little more clarification about shocking. Sir, can you tell me about shocking? What's shocking? I'm hearing that because you are doing this awakening, because you're on your spiritual journey, you're putting up boundaries. You're putting up boundaries and saying no to people, releasing things and people, maybe jobs, maybe something to do with college. You're just shaking some stuff up, and people are really shocked by hearing that no, or you're putting up boundaries, barriers. Some people are shocked that you're doing a complete, 180, that you are just turning your back on situations and people, and they're shocked. They're like, whoa, I didn't know this person had it in it. And they get pissed. They get pissed at your turning your back on them. You're not entertaining this non-action. You're not entertaining them wanting to fight with you. You're not entertaining what is being said about you, those jabs, those backhanded comments. I'm hearing, people are going to doubt you. People doubt your barriers. You have to put distance between things for your awakening. People are going to fall off, and that's okay. People are going to fall off, and that's okay. Invisible. One more, Spirit. I feel like wishing. I really feel like you're going through this awakening. This could be, this is a painful one too. You're tired of stagnation. You're tired of feeling like you're invisible, like you have no voice, like you have no direction. You're just kind of there, stagnant, invisible. You're tired of throwing pennies in a wishing well. You're tired of wishing for your life, and you're wanting to put an end. 1 and 9 is 10. Put an end to the cycles. 1 and 6 is 7, and I find 7 to be courage. I feel like you're having the courage to take that leap, to stop wishing and start creating and putting up these barriers, putting distance between you and people, not entertaining fights or disagreements, choosing your battles. Choosing your battles. If it's not worth it, you take non-action. There's no action. You're just going to blossom. You're going to transform, transmute. You're leaving it behind, and it's pissing some people off. They doubt that you'll even go through with it for very long. They keep trying to push those boundaries. And Spirit's saying, don't let the fear of what they're doing, what they're saying, that maybe they're trying to convince you you're going down the wrong path, that you're a bad person for doing this. This is your journey. What feels right to you? What is good for you? What is good for your family, yourself, and by family I mean like your children, your significant other, but also what is good for you. And if this is a divine masculine, you're putting yourself space, this divine masculine is probably shocked as well. Shocked at your non-action, shocked that you're not returning texts, shocked that you are not chasing them anymore. And they doubt that you'll follow through, but they'll eventually know by keeping going, knowing this is about your ascension, your awakening, your soul growth, that non-action is the best way to move forward from twin flame chaser pain. You're tired of wishing for this person, and you're tired of feeling invisible to this person, and they absolutely are shocked when you put distance and leave this dynamic behind. But you're ready to manifest. And either way, I feel like sometimes too, this fear and doubt, you doubt that you can do it. You doubt yourself, and you fear putting distance. Because you're like, what if I'm supposed to be with this person? If I let them go and put distance between us, it's going to die. It's going to, no, if you put distance between a twin flame, between the divine masculine and yourself, it doesn't. It's also, I have a video coming out tomorrow about how to detox from your divine masculine. I'm going to do a weekly series, step by step, totally free, because I do want people to end that twin flame stagnation, twin flame pain. And it starts with, I show you how to let go, and that's coming out tomorrow. So if you want to be notified, please click the bell, subscribe and click the bell for notifications so you can get that in your notifications tomorrow when it comes out. I really would like you guys to know that letting go of this person is the best thing for you. So don't fear it. This is living your best life, and nothing but good stuff can happen going forward and living your best life. No matter what mountains or mistakes happen, if you're doing it for your highest good, you're living your best life. Putting distance between pain and suffering and those that want to hurt you, whether this is twin flame or not, It's the best thing for you. You can't be bullied anymore. You can't be disempowered anymore. You can't feel invisible, wishing for a life. You're taking your power into your own hands. You're summoning, on the bottom of the deck, summoning your own power. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 is creating a firm foundation. You're summoning your manifestation powers. You're summoning your voice, transforming, transmuting on your temple path, getting clarity, releasing, creating the life you want, the wishes you want, and leaving what's not good for you behind. So we brought those to light. I'm going to see how to heal from this. How do we move forward from this, Spirit? How does the Watcher, this collective, move forward? How can this be used for their highest good? How can this be used for their highest good? Putting up these barriers, working through this fear, this shadow. How can it be used for their highest good? How can we transmute this fear into light? Spirit, for the Watcher. How can we transmute this fear into light? Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Ask yourself that. Moving forward, you know, what doesn't feel right to me? What doesn't feel right to my soul? This is all about my temple path, my awakening. What needs to change? Anything, any direction in your life, if you're fearing it, why are you fearing it? What needs to change? Ask yourself that. That's going to help you on this awakening and summoning your power. Summoning your power. Spirit, can you tell me about this release and distance? How can the Watcher move forward with release and distance, putting distance and barriers up? Pillar of light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. It's saying, listen to your inner knowing. What needs to change? What doesn't feel right? What needs to change? What needs to change? What needs to change? Raise your vibration whenever you're feeling that fear or uncertainty. Bring yourself to the present moment. Go into meditation, just like, not like getting on the floor and meditate, but like a meditative state. Clear your mind. That fear is going to flood you. Take some deep breaths. Clear your mind. What is it about this situation that I'm fearing? And how can I change it? What lesson can I learn from it? What is this trying to teach me? And how do I move forward? What changes can I make now? Three and 7 is 10, your third chakra. It's just all about your inner knowing. Spirit wants you to trust yourself. Trust your ability to know. And harness that power of love, self-love, and trusting yourself. It goes with what feels good to you. What feels good to you? What feels love to you? If something, when your thoughts are telling you something that is fearful, angry, anything but love, that's your mind. Your soul is your beacon of light. Your soul love and self-love is just going to be love and for your highest good. Listen to that, the angel of love. It's all about birthing love, radiating love, vibrating love. Instead of fear, you're literally transmuting fear, birthing new ideas, nurturing self-love, opening your heart. And that's beautiful. I feel like with this, your desires for yourself, because of this solar plexus chakra, I feel like you have to harness this energy. What are your desires, your passions going forward? You're summoning, you're manifesting. Spirit wants you to focus on manifesting your desires and self-love and not be shattered by this fear. And when you do fear it, harness that third chakra, that solar plexus chakra. Harness self-love. Because I feel, because these two are connected, the heart is radiating. This is his life force. That passion ignites the heart, the life force, the voice. It activates the mind. And you're radiating outward. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle when you listen to self-love and your passions and transmute that fear and ask yourself, what about this needs to change? Why am I fearing this? How do I align myself? Your first step is to bring yourself into the present moment. Take deep breaths. Just take deep breaths. Ground yourself. What is it about this that I'm fearing? Is this rational or irrational? Am I being bullied, or am I fearing losing someone? Whatever the situation is. We'll bring it back down to, what is it that I desire for myself? For myself, not for anybody else or to be with anybody else. What is it that I desire? Do I desire someone to love me? What's the answer? I have to love myself. I have to put up boundaries. I have to love myself enough to put all the energy into chasing somebody else, into chasing me. I chase me and my goals, my dreams, my desires. I ask myself, what am I doing? Who am I dating? Instead of somebody else. And if this is in regards to other people, testing your boundaries, how do they make me feel? How can I change that? What barrier can I put up? What action steps can I take? I have to love myself enough to put distance and walk away from people and things and situations that cause me harm, leave me stagnant, or make me fear, or are not for my highest good, or the highest good of, if you have children, for the highest good of my children. Because you will be a beacon of light. If you have children, you will be a beacon of light, because they're learning. If you're loving yourself, they're going to love themselves. If you're loving yourself, you're radiating that love to them. If you're going after your passions, what do your children see you doing? And you making your children part of that passion, your life force, your life energy, your life love, it all vibrates and radiates. When you're living in fear, your children are living in fear. When you're letting people run over you, your children see that, and they're either running over you, or they're going to let people do the same to them. So you're this beacon of light. You can turn it all around, and it starts with aligning and distancing yourself from people that ghosted you, cheated on you, treat you bad, bully you, even your own limiting self-beliefs. If you're limiting yourself in the way you speak to each other, speak to yourself, not going after your passions, settling, not really reaching for your full potential, telling yourself, I don't think I'm smart enough, I don't think I'm talented enough, I don't think I could get that job, I don't think I can go back to school, I don't think I can handle going back to school and working, I don't think I could handle this, I don't think I can handle that. Spirit says, what's your passion? How can you make it happen? What boundaries do you need to set for yourself, for others? How can you transmute the limiting self-beliefs into things that will help you grow, things that will benefit you? Speak self-love. What needs to change? And the language you say to yourself is what needs to change first. How do you speak to yourself? What are you what are you radiating outwards to yourself, to your children, if you have children? If you don't, what are you radiating out? I can't even speak today. What are you radiating out? How are you going to transmute fear into self-love and going after your passions? And that's beautiful. Spirit, I'd like to know what can ground. Sorry about that. I have to get these out for the right charge. What can ground the watcher during this period? What can help ground the watcher during this period with this fear? What can ground the watcher? Help them with their fear. What can they surrender to help them? We're going to go into how to surrender, what to surrender, and how to ground yourself during this time period to help with that fear. Wow, it goes right back to this. This tells me that when I first hit on you putting up boundaries, that people were not going to like it. That people were going to be shocked, doubt you, and you're a people pleaser. And when you put up those boundaries, because you're going through your awakening and putting distance between them and just saying no to things that are not good for you, not engaging in arguments, you're not people pleasing anymore. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. That's the fear. You're a people pleaser, which is beautiful, but what is for your highest good? If you're overextending yourself and letting, not saying no when you want to, doing everything for everybody else, and you're scared of letting people down. You're scared of putting up those boundaries, but you're wishing for a better life. You're wanting new growth. You're tired of being invisible, but you're scared of what they are saying. You're scared of the fallout. You're doubting if it's the right decision to make, but you're feeling this calling. You're wanting this passion. You're summoning, and it all starts with love. You want to stop wishing for your life and creating. And it starts with self-love, raising your vibration, and knowing that you are the oracle. You are the oracle of your life. You know what is for you and where you need to go. Spirit, can you tell me what would help with grounding the watcher so that they can, like firmly plant themselves into this awakening, firmly plant themselves into creating boundaries, firmly ground them in talents and hobbies and habits that can help them keep those boundaries up and move forward. Because the more you stick to your boundaries, and the more you're manifesting your best life, living your best life, saying no when you really don't want to do something, or non-action at all when you don't want to engage with somebody, that is self-love. It's taking care of you. That's your inner voice. That's your inner oracle. It's Spirit saying, look, I bring people into your life to teach you something. When you've had enough, you've had enough. Your inner warning system is saying, which is your soul, I have had enough of this. Let's move on. And that is what your awakening is. That is what your awakening is. And now it's time to put distance, because I don't care if these people are shocked or not. It's time to move on. You're putting distance for a reason. Don't doubt this. Don't doubt this. You are your own oracle. I am taking these people out. Help me to do that. I can't do it without you. I need you to release them. Keep up those boundaries. Love yourself and trust me. Let's manifest your best life. I'm taking people out. Don't hold on to them. Release them. Release them. Keep the boundaries. You don't have to fight with them. Put up the distance. Yeah, they're going to be shocked. They're going to be ticked off. They're going to say things. Doesn't matter. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. I'm trying to take them out of your life for your growth. People come in your life for a certain amount of time. It doesn't mean they're there forever. Trust me. Trust me. What else, Spirit? What else, Spirit? Building your world. Creation, expansion, networking. Spirit says to reach out to new friends, your soul tribe, who makes you feel good, who is going to help build your world better. Creation, that's that summoning. Expanding your knowledge, going within, knowing that Spirit is with you every step of the way, that you're a soul in a human body having an experience. Make it a good one. Spirit saying, I'm trying to take these people out of your life. Help me do that. Create that distance. Don't fight with them. If you need to seek outside help to keep these people away, please do so. If you need to have firm boundaries and say no, do so, because you're building your world. What's good for you, and if you have children, your children. If you have a spouse, your family. Network. Find your soul tribe. People that have your back. People that have your back. Really reach within, because this is your awakening. See this light? This embrace, this self-embrace that she has? It starts with self-love. Going within. What is good for you? You protect yourself. You are your own oracle. That's how you ground yourself during this time of fear. You embrace you. Ask yourself, what am I creating? Call on my soul tribe. You need to call a friend that you trust, do that. You can meditate. But it starts with love. You feel that fear, just embrace yourself. Take some breaths. Reach out to someone that you know has your back. Go within. What is this telling me? What is this telling me? How can I use this to my advantage? Do I want to say no? If I'm invited to somewhere, they want to come over. They want me to do this. They want me to do that. What feels good to me? What feels good to me? And then ground yourself. Ground yourself and examine what feels good for me before you make a snap decision, or even go into that fear mode. Because we can't think clearly when we're in fear. People pleasers have a hard time of saying no. It's because they don't want to disappoint people. And so they're sacrificing themselves and becoming invisible. And wishing that they had just said no. Wishing that they could just say no. And wishing they'd have a voice. Wishing their life was a certain way. You may want to go back to school, and people are like, no, you're too old, or no, you know, you have other responsibilities. You may want to change professions midstream, and people are like, no, and they find this shocking, and you're like, this is my world. This is my life. I want to benefit myself. I want to benefit myself. Touching the earth. I want to plant something new. I want to create my world and plant myself in something that I have passion for. I want to create my world. I want to garden it, tend to my own garden, make my own rules, my own decisions, my own life, without other people influencing me and telling me and hammering me what I need to do. And if I don't do it their way, I'm not good enough, or I'm not a good mother, I'm not a good father, or I'm not, I'm too this, I'm too that. Their judgments are like pressure. Go within and listen to your own voice, because remember, you're your own oracle. You're your own oracle. Bottom of the deck, courage. Fierce. Take care of your family. You, your family. That means your children. What's good for you? If there's someone coming in and they're just disrupting your home life and your family life, kind of telling you what to do, being intrusive, put up those boundaries. What is good for your household? What does your household look like? What do you want it to look like? What does your partner want it to look like? How do you work together to do that? What's the best interest of you and your children and your spouse? Not what these other people think. What's good for you? Manifest your abundance. We already saw that you're summoning this strength. The more you build and expand and ground yourself, face that fear, you get stronger and stronger every single day. I'm going to tell you a story about myself, just so you can relate. I was in a situation where there was a mother-in-law that was just very intrusive, wanting their way, this way, had complete control over my former spouse. Everything was their way. Like he literally couldn't do anything without everybody else. And this person is always judging everybody, not just me, but everybody. And I was scared for a long time. I had to live according to other people. And I was in fear for a long time, but I'm not now. But at first, it took those courageous steps for me to turn my back, block, put distance, focus on my own world, my own passions, how I want my own household to look like. Not for my ex, not for his family, for me and my daughter and my sons. And it's just gotten easier and easier and easier. And it all starts with facing that fear and surrender the habit of people pleasing. Having the courage every single day to keep up your boundaries and release, create distance. Face your fears. Yes, it's hard, because I've been through it. I know. Spirit, can you tell me some words of wisdom going through? How can the watcher get through this? What is the lesson in all of this? And how can they get through this time period? How can they utilize this solar eclipse energy going forward in their day-to-day life? Resolve. I'm only taking the one on top. One more, Spirit. Support team. Perfect. And one more. I'm only taking one on top. They seem to come out into fear. And then time to lighten up. Spirit says, I said earlier about reaching out to people who have your back. Your soul tribe. 2 minds are better than 1, 3 minds are better than 2, and 4 minds are unstoppable. Just surround yourself with people that support you. Your fears are keeping you from moving forward into the life that you deserve, and you know you deserve it. It's time to lighten up. Time to lighten up. Not live in this fear. Put an end. 3 and 7, 10. Put an end to that fear. Call on your support team. Resolve yourself to say no when you need to live your life according to what's good for you and your family. This is a period of indecision and inner conflict, and it is time to make a decision. Make a decision to release. Make a decision to say no. Make a decision for those boundaries. Make a decision to have self-love and not fear the judgment of others or the bullying of others. This is your life. It's time to lighten up. Call out to your support team, okay? The ones you know that have your back. Time to lighten up. You may be taking life too seriously. I know I was. I know before I met my ex-husband, I lived my life totally different. I would never let somebody control me or do that. But this person had so much control over her son. She has that control over a lot of people, like a lot of people. And myself and my ex's former wife before me, we both have resolved ourselves into not fighting battles we don't need to. We are the support team, our girls and us. My best friend is my ex's ex-wife as well. So we have just created this support team. I also have a lot of other people just surrounding me that are so proud of me and that love me and that have my back. And I have theirs. And that's who you need to surround yourself with, and not succumb to fear. Resolve and make the decision, and then live. Love yourself. Lighten up. Do not be scared of these people or what they think. That's just bullying tactics. Don't worry about gaslighting. Turn your back on them. Shut the door. That's it. Firm boundaries. Then play. Play, play, play. Tell me more about this, Spirit. And we're going to close it up in just a couple of minutes. But I want to see. Yeah, time to lighten up. Don't take life too seriously. Delight in life instead of being stagnant in fear, stuck in fear by people that are just running your life when they don't need to be. They need to be tending to their own garden. I delight in everything in my world, and divine joy fills me. Really look at your life and what you love. And with you turning your back on these people and surrounding yourself with people that have your that love you and have your highest good in mind, surround yourself with those people, those situations. Joy and ecstasy flow through me wildly and freely. Impeccability. I am impeccable in my thought, word, and deed. You're watching how you speak to yourself. You are watching your actions, because you know that if you're speaking love to yourself and you're speaking love outward and you're saying no when you need to, and it's a it's that pick your battles thing again. Pick your battles, choose your battles. And you're really watching what you say, and you are taking the high ground is what I'm getting with the way you speak to people. When you say no, you're taking the high ground. You're not being an ass about it unless you need to be, but you're really saying no in a impeccable word, and you're backing it up. You're backing it up. So just really, say no impeccably. Back it up impeccably. Speak to yourself with love and kindness. That's really beautiful. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close out this reading with some healing words from Spirit and how you can take care of yourself during this cycle and during when you are putting up these borders, facing your fears, things like that. Tell me how the Watcher can take care of themselves during this solar eclipse energy revelations and moving forward when they're speaking impeccably, acting impeccably, and keeping those boundaries up. Justice is coming. Witch, justice is coming. I'm going to get 2 more, and then I'm going to get some healing words with them. What else, Spirit? I actually love that, the messages I'm getting. Sundress. I saw this when I picked up the deck, and I thought that would be a great card to have come out. It says, do it for you. Excellent. Lighthouse. We got this earlier. Would that be your own oracle? Your beacon of light? Watch, raise your vibration. Let me find that. Right here. Pillar of light. You're the lighthouse. You're always enough. You're creating your own living space, your own situation, your own home. Don't doubt your worth. Someone else telling you how you should live your life or how things should be or judging you, that's not you living your life. You're always enough. You're your own oracle. You know what's best for you. You know what's best for your home. Someone doesn't like the way you dress, who gives a shit? Someone doesn't like how you decorate your house or how your profession or how you go about doing things, who gives a shit? As long as you're not harming anybody and you're taking care of your business and your kids and everything, who gives a shit what they think? If you're having difficulties, if they're putting you down and making you feel shitty instead of saying, how can I help? Without any strings, like puppet master strings, like, how can I help you? What do you guys need? But with no strings attached. Like, they're going to own you for the rest of your life, and they get to control you, and they're in debt to you. That's not someone who has your highest back. Seek help elsewhere. You're enough. You're that beacon of light. Watch what you're radiating at. See that? You're your own lighthouse. You're the oracle. You know better, and you know what's good for you, and you're always enough. Be like this sundress. No matter what storm comes your way, no matter what, mountains you may, what season comes, what storm comes your way, what mountains you have to climb. 4 and 1 is 5. Change. Go with the flow of change. Do this for you. Don't be scared of having to put your distance between people. or their judgments of you. Be like this sundress. Do it for you. Flow. Easy, breezy, flow. It doesn't have to be fear. And I'm hearing with this witch, justice is coming. You're creating your own life. You're creating your own life, and you're minding what's in your closet, and you're putting things away that no longer serve you. You're putting them away. And you'll only reach in if you have to or you need to. And you have your tools at your disposal. A sword for cutting away people, cutting them out of your life, cutting away what no longer serves you. A bat for your protection, putting up them borders. Putting people in order of prioritizing yourself. Put away things that no longer serve you. Justice is coming. You going forward is the biggest gift to yourself, putting your boundaries up. It's freeing. It gets rid of the fear. Now I'm going to go into how this is healing you. Spirit, can you tell me how this is healing the watcher? This solar eclipse revelation is this awakening will be the best thing to happen to you. 2 more, Spirit. 1 more, Spirit. My hands got stuck. Hang on. There we go. This one wanted to come out too, so I'm going to take it. Universe, I trust in the laws of karma to balance out any of the scales of injustices. Justice is coming, and you're trusting in the universe to handle it. You're turning your back on things that no longer serve you, and you are letting the universe dish out the justice. But you are taking action to put it away, cut it away, and let Spirit handle it. You're saying farewell. I do not need another's apology in order to gain closure. I can heal on my own when I am ready to release them. Release came out earlier. Release. You don't need anybody's approval. You don't need an apology. You don't need to apologize to anybody for living your best life and for what's good for you. And if you have a family, your family. And by family, I mean your direct family. Husband, kids, you. I will not settle for crumbs. I deserve a great love in this lifetime. That goes for all of you, actually. Self-love is the most important. And you're not going to be invisible anymore. Invisible came out earlier. You're not going to be invisible anymore. You're not going to be wishing for your life anymore. You're going to do it for you. You're going to love yourself. You're going to be your own oracle. Broken promise. When you're ready, I know you will fix this. I feel like you're healing a broken promise to yourself. That you're ready to heal this. You're going to fix this. Because for too long, you've been letting others rule your life. And if this is about a person, earlier on in the reading, I picked up on some of you are putting distance between you and another person. This goes to, I don't need an apology. You're going to fix this yourself. I really don't feel like this has anything to do with this group. Maybe for a few of you, but you don't need an apology from somebody. You fix this yourself, and that is starting with moving on. But I really feel this is that you are fulfilling see how it says promise and broken promise? You have done this. You have settled for crumbs. You have settled for people bossing you around. You've settled for people pleasing. You've settled to saying yes when you wanted to say no. You've settled for holding your tongue when something has happened in regards to your children, if you have any. You have sacrificed yourself long enough. You're tired of sacrificing yourself, and you're promising yourself you're going to fix this. You're going to keep that promise. You don't deserve crumbs, and you deserve great love in your lifetime. You're the oracle. Do it for you, and let Spirit deal out the karmic justice while you're closing doors, putting things away, prioritizing what's best for you, protecting yourself, cutting things away. Justice is coming, but you're letting Spirit take care of that while you're closing the doors, putting things away, closing your doors. And only opening them when you want to. And that is beautiful. I think I'm going to get one last card as a farewell to this reading. Let's see. I was going to get one, but I'm going to get one on the bottom of this deck right here. It's called Divine Doors. Spirit, what divine door is being opened? What divine door is being opened for the watcher moving forward, letting you deal the karmic justice while closing doors, protecting themselves, saying no, keeping up those boundaries? Palmistry. Fortune and tarot. Collective destiny. The palm lines from birth tell your sacred palmistry. Listen to the notes of intuition. This is pretty much saying your future is in your own hands. You're opening the divine door to putting your future, your happiness in your own hands, not in the palms of others, because they have their life to live. You have your life to live, and it's in the palm of your hands. What are you going to make of it? What story are you going to have it be? What experience is it going to be? What are you going to manifest? You're the oracle. Listen to your intuition. You're the oracle, and it's in the palm of your hands. I hope this reading helped you. It actually helped me a lot, actually. And I thank you, Spirit, so much for being with us today and letting and speaking to the watcher and myself from these cards. And I'll see you next Monday for Manifestation Monday. Namaste.